Look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with their opponents. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
To Brandon Ayuk. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. The gun. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Sanders' first carry of the game. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
36-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Looking to get it to Ward, intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. They bought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. End zone touchdown for the Niners. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
So much of the 49ers' success last season was due to tight end George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game, or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his second straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
To kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Hurts fumbles it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to look deep here for Ward. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
He'll buy some time right. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Hurts. That'll be caught. Reagor with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Sanders. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Sanders, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Eagles nothing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Eagles.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. So let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. On 1st down, Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Of 3 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You go back to the second round of the draft, and when Jalen Hurts' name was called, a lot of Philadelphia fans weren't extremely happy about it. But when you see his ability, he can be mobile and make plays out of the pocket, but he's got a much better arm and much more accurate than what people think. Remember, he was raised by his father in the game of football. His dad was his high school coach. This kid is a true gym rat, and he's going to get better every time out.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
49ers 18-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Sets up to throw it. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And this is...
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gonzalez's kick is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. As the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do?
For this down, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Another run with Sanders. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. They go play action with Hurts. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. That'll bring up second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3rd and 7.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And James has it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Second down. It's Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Being chased out left. Incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Another run here with Sanders. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Sanders on 1st down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
6 yards left on 2nd down. A quick throw into the hands of Reagor.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Reagor
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
None of theirs take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Mostert a 1st down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Now Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Great players. Come back, man. I'm from the back.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That